and I came back to the Olympia, and that's the first time I got second to Ronnie Coleman. And that's the first time ever in my career I realized I could actually win the Mr. Olympia competition.
Big Nick,
what's up?
How are you, man?
Let's go. 2 weeks out.
2 weeks out.
Yeah, definitely very excited.
Oh my God, I'm so glad to have you on.
Republic of Texas Pro.
Oh, that's awesome. Guys, I've been waiting to have you on the JayTV for a while. I'm so glad you guys are here.
I'm very excited for this opportunity. I can't
That's
wait to
awesome.
show you guys my back workout, and we're feeling good, feeling awesome. Not supposed to be that way 2 weeks out, but hey, you know, we're definitely ready, and we're gonna go chill out.
You get a lot of energy, and you look great. Let's get in there. All right. You go. All right, Nick. So we're at the Dragon's Lair, Las Vegas. And I have to say, sometimes there's someone in the gyms that work out that always gets your attention. You're one of those people. And when Jay saw you last time, he said, we need to make sure to film this guy as he's getting ready for his show. You look great. And then so I've seen you killing it with your training partner, who is?
Yeah, Dennis Miranda. He's my training partner, my client, close friend of mine.
You guys train hard, man.
Yeah, we do. He definitely pushes me. You know, we have this saying, you know, age is just a number, right? And he always gives his full effort. And
well, you guys look young, so why do you say that?
But yeah, I've always been excited to be on JayTV. I've always looked at the Jay. You know, he's one of the greatest to ever do it. So I'm very blessed with the opportunity. Can't wait to show you guys on the channel. All
right, let's do some back, and we want to find out more about you. I'm sure you have a great story, and then we're gonna sit down and talk a little bit afterwards. Okay?
Let's do it.
All right. Big Nick, good to have you on, man. Dennis, thank you for coming as well.
Thank you for having me.
It was great to have you guys on camera. You did not disappoint. You trained fast.
Yeah.
I have to say. You guys like one set after another, bang, 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 huh?
Yeah, 2 weeks out, you know, you got to expend your energy wisely, right? You only have a limited amount, and we're so close to a show, so we're in and out of here. We're not here to drag it on and you know, make most efficient use of our time.
Yeah, you have a lot of energy for being 2 weeks out, and you're pretty strong still.
Yeah,
is that normal or for you?
It's one of the principles that I like to keep in my preps. You know, whatever put the muscle on in the off season, that strength is one of the pivotal things that I want to keep in my prep. It's gonna keep the muscle, especially this close to a show when energy's low and everything, food's low. It's gonna give your body a reason to keep that muscle, that tissue you build. So
yeah, you didn't lose that much size. How much weight have you lost since you started prep?
So I started off this prep at 206 in the off season, and then now I'm like 191 fasted in the morning. So not too much, and it's been a 16-week prep. So
wow,
we really targeted about a pound per week, just exactly the way we wanted to, because we want to keep as much tissue as possible. I mean, as bodybuilders, we work so hard in the off season to really grow, and we eat all this food and we rest, and you know, it just makes sense to just tank it all in the prep. So.
Yeah, you were pretty lean to begin with. Even when you started your prep, I was just like, man, I can't wait to see what he looks like, because you were lean already at 16 weeks out, huh?
Yeah. And in men's physique, you know, they say we're getting a little bit too big, so I kind of just want to stay in the category for a couple more years and listen to the feedback. So we want to grow as efficiently as possible, and plus, you know, it makes prep a little bit easier. You're not going to have to suffer that much. So I guess that's why energy is so high right now, is because, you know, cardio's the lowest it's been in prep. You know, I had up to an hour a day, but now it's about 30 minutes daily. So, you know, we're kind of tapering it down and really bringing it home.
I want to talk about this whole men's physique thing. I'm glad you brought it up, because you know what? When we look at you train, and when we look at your shape and your size, you look to me classic. It says classic. So I was wondering, is that how you started competing into bodybuilding? And tell me how you started competing in bodybuilding. What led you to compete, and why you choose men's physique, and obviously why you're still in there.
So men's physique has always been an allure to me. Jeremy Buendia was a big inspiration of mine.
You could be his cousin. Yeah.
He was the first men's physique competitor I saw when I first started bodybuilding, getting into the gym. I was inspired by him, and I was like, wow, this shape, it looked realistic, it looked attainable. Obviously, that's changed in the last half decade or so. The men's physique guys have we've gotten a lot bigger. But I like it. I like the enamorization of the sport, right? It used to be very attainable, and now, at the top level, it's not as attainable, right? It's become more of a spectacle, and as it should be, as any sport at the highest level should evolve. But it's just the aesthetic, right? I don't. It's always been very hard for me to put on size. I was that skinny kid.
Really?
Yeah, I was that skinny kid growing up, and food has always been a challenge for me. Right.
You have a hard time eating?
Appetite in the off season, especially with the amount of food that I require to really, really grow. We'll have good weeks and good spans, and then all of a sudden, it really takes a shot. So it's been a balancing game for me my entire career, and so right now it's just kind of half a decade into bodybuilding truly. I got my pro card back in 2018. I probably took bodybuilding seriously back in 2017. It's now 2022, so I still have a long way to go, and I'm only 27. I just really want to be patient, do it as healthy as possible, right? With all respect to everybody who's done the sport and everything, we all know how dangerous it could be, and we want to preserve that health and longevity as well too.
What show did you win to get the pro card?
It was 2018 NBC Universe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Steve Weinberger.
Yeah, Steve Weinberger. He was
nice.
the one that actually gave me my pro card that show. It was
wow,
great.
That's a good one.
Yes.
I'm glad you mentioned the food thing, because a lot of you guys, and I've known because I'm friends with a lot of you guys, including Jay and Flex, have a struggle to eat all that food, and a lot of time people don't talk about it.
Yes.
It's one of those things that people never mention. But if it's a struggle for you to be able to eat because your appetite is not that great, you're just not a big eater, it's a challenge.
It is
because all you have to do is eat all day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's not easy sometimes.
Yeah. Training, being active, no problem for me. I love coming to the gym. That's the fun part.
Yeah.
It's the stuff in your face, sitting there hours on end, just having a staring contest with your food. That was a challenge. Now, don't get me wrong. As a professional now, I've gotten better at it. I've built up that skill.
Yeah.
Just like Jay, whom I idolized going all my time in the sport thus far, and just watching all his old DVDs and everything. He got better at it. He worked his way up to 8-9 meals a day. He didn't start off that way, but it's a process.
But he said sometimes he would take him an hour to eat each meal, 7 meals. That's 7 hours a day.
I was there.
Not even doing anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And one time I sat down and I did the calculations to prep a meal, to eat the meal, to clean up afterwards. You're looking at least 4 to 5 hours per day, just involving.
That's a part-time job.
Yeah, that is a part-time job, right? Just to eat.
Just to eat.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, Universe is when you get your pro card. How many shows have you done as a pro so far?
So 2018 Universe, that same year I did my pro debut later on towards the end of the year. So that was one show that year.
What was it?
It was the Tournament Champions Muscle Contest down in San Diego.
How'd you do?
Last call out, right? But it's a process.
It's a process.
My first pro show.
Start all over again.
Yeah, you start from the bottom, and it was a great learning experience. I got a lot of good feedback from Tamer gave me that show. You got to elevate your conditioning. I feel like conditioning is one of the things that separates a lot of amateurs and professionals, is that next level conditioning. So that was one of the main feedbacks. Afterwards, I kind of always wanted to get my feet even more wet. So I took a foreign trip all the way to the Philippines.
Wow.
So I did Sean Roden's show out there in the Philippines right after he got his title.
Okay.
That was an amazing experience. I loved it. Bodybuilding has given me so much opportunity to travel. So I did that show, and then the following year.
How did you do over there?
That was not too bad. My conditioning got better, and I got second call out. I made 10th.
Okay,
my
nice.
second ever pro show.
Nice.
And it was like 15 guys, from all around the world, foreign competitors.
Moving up.
I was moving up, yeah. And then after 2018 was 2019. I did the Asia Grand Prix, right? The show out in Korea. Again, another opportunity bodybuilding gave me to go out there and travel and see. That was great. That was my first top 5 placing ever.
Nice.
I took fourth that show.
Okay.
So I was moving up that way. My career has trajectory has gone up. And then afterwards, I took another hit. I came back to San Diego. I did Kamer's show again. and my body was just tired. You know, traveling, going across the world, coming back, being in prep, conditioning fell off, and then I landed myself in the third call. That was another wake-up call, like, you know, hey, I got to re-strategize. So COVID year came. That was a rough year for everybody. I did 2 shows that year. When I shouldn't have done any shows that year, I was prolonging a prep because show after show after show was canceled.
I remember.
And it was very tough, you know, tough for all of us, tough for the industry, but I wanted to, you know, to tough it out, right? I wanted to commit to and finish what I started. But that year taught me a lot about bodybuilding, prepping, everything. So, you know, I wouldn't take it back for anything. Those 2 shows I did that year were a wash, you know, second, third call out. But again, lots of learning. And then this following year was my breakout year, 2021. I took 3rd at the Republic, Texas, and then I got 2 second place consecutive placings.
Wow.
At the shows, and then I qualified for the Mr. Olympia.
Wow.
So, you know, in a span of 3 years as a pro, I got to the Olympia. I was center of 3rd call out, so anywhere between 15th to 16th place.
Wow.
But that number's special to me because the greats, you know, Jay, Ronnie, they all got 16 their first time. You know, and I don't take it as a loss whatsoever. It was my first experience. I was probably one of the youngest ones on that stage, being only 26 at that time. But I got a lot of good feedback and continue to learn, and now I'm 2 weeks out of the Republic of Texas, and I hope to win that show and get back to the Olympia.
You were in San Diego before, so you were from California.
Yes.
Is that where you're from originally?
Yeah, born and raised in Southern California.
Okay.
25 years of my life, and then after, you know, having all the opportunities with bodybuilding, seeing Flex Lewis build this amazing gym, Dragon's Lair, and now being a part of it and everything, and just calling this my home base. You know, I came out to Las Vegas because the Olympia is also coming back to Las Vegas, and this whole area is growing with bodybuilding.
So when did you come to Vegas? Like what month, what year?
The month after I finished the Olympia, I moved out to Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was all in.
And was it because you knew Fleck was coming, or you just wanted a change of pace, or escape California?
Well, California was crazy expensive at the time, you know, living down.
Still is,
yeah, living down in San Diego, you know, supporting yourself with bodybuilding and coaching, you know, as a professional is tough, right? And so I needed a relocation, a new opportunity, and a little bit less cost of living. And Vegas has been great so far.
Oh yeah.
You know, having Dennis here, one of my close friends.
I was gonna say, so how did you guys? Were you guys friends before you moved here? How did the friendship, or did you?
Yeah, it's pretty much COVID year was a horrible year, but that's one blessing that happened that year was him and I meeting in Utah at the Wasatch Warrior.
Oh, okay.
That's how we met, and then it's just a week later, coincidence again, I'm at the Lift Factor and he walks right in. And from there, we just kind of like, you know, became friends.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then we started working together, and you know, now we're trying to make a run at his pro card. You know, Dennis, I'm so proud of Dennis. He's had such amazing growth since working together. And
he trains hard, man.
Yeah.
He pushes you. He's right behind you all the time.
All the time.
I watch him.
Yeah. I told him if he can keep up with the Olympian, you know, there's no way that he's left any stone unturned in his prep. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Great friendship, great partnership.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so what do you want to do with this whole bodybuilding thing?
As of now, I am coaching professionally, so I definitely love the position that I am in. You know, with social media nowadays, having a platform, spreading information, touching people's lives, motivating them. But not only that, I do have a degree, so you know, unique with the professional status, I do have a degree in exercise science.
Okay, nice.
A minor in nutrition as well. So combined with those 2 accolades together, I started my own business of coaching, so I do help people worldwide.
Great.
You know, strong clientele base, and I'm very thankful for everybody that has worked with me, that I've worked in the past, and currently working with. So that sustains me now here too. Plus sponsorships, you know, definitely with Black Magic Supply Company here, where they're calling today. They've definitely been a pivotal role since becoming an Olympian, helping me this year. So, you know, very much thankful for all the opportunity again that bodybuilding has gotten me to this far in my life.
So what's the ultimate goal? Do you want to stay classic? Do you want to do move up class and do physique? Because you got some great shots. I mean, aside from doing this, is the kind of bothers me with men's physique. You don't get a chance to pose, and sometimes you guys have some. I mean, I see Jeremy pose, I see you pose. I'm like, oh my god, these guys great poser. You know.
Yeah.
Would you like to move up to classic possibly?
Yeah, in a couple of years. Yeah, definitely for sure. It's definitely on my radar. It's not something that I'll say no to. You know, bodybuilding innately is all about progression.
Yes.
Right? And we're not confined in a box. Like if I keep training, if I keep eating, if I keep improving, I'm gonna, you know, grow, right?
Yes.
If I keep doing the things right, keep applying all the principles,
yeah,
there's no way I'm not gonna keep improving. And that's what I love about the sport, right? So I'm not gonna ever say never to classic physique, but the way that men's physique has evolved right now, and you know, going by the judges, Steve, Tyler, I'm right where I need to be right now, right, in terms of being an Olympian in the position I'm in. So I want to take full advantage of that.
Yeah. What would be your weight class top if you did classic?
192.
And you were weight now?
So at the Olympia stage, I was 182 pounds.
So you're good.
I got about 10 pounds to go. But this year, right now, 2 weeks out, I'm about 191 pounds fasted. So I think I'll probably put on about 4 or 5 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
I think I'll probably be around 186 on stage. So yeah, I still have definitely room to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, more to add to the legs.
Well, it sounds like you have a good thing going, a great life going, a great career, a great partner. What do you want to do with bodybuilding as far as ultimate goal? What's the you want to win the Olympia or?
I think everybody's dreaming to win the Olympia.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you already made the Olympia, which is awesome because not everybody makes it to the Olympia, right?
Yes. I'm very blessed to be there in the first place, and I never thought that I'd be a professional bodybuilder.
Really?
I really never thought I'd be a professional bodybuilder.
Wow.
Little quick tangent, I was always a competitive athlete. I had Olympic aspirations, so I played Division I water polo at UCLA. I was on the men's junior national team, which is one team right below the senior national team that actually goes to the Olympics.
Okay.
They pull directly from the juniors to the seniors. But due to debilitating injury, I could not pursue that Olympic endeavor.
But you've always been an athlete.
Always been competitive.
Yes.
Always been an athlete. So again, I never thought that would be, I wanted to compete at somewhere at the highest level. So I always challenged myself. And that competitiveness got me to become a professional. And then innately, kept doing and kept following the script. And now I am here at the Olympia. So I don't want to say never, but I want to pursue obviously higher placings. So we'll see what this year lands me when I get back to the Olympia this year. And we'll keep going from there.
Well, so far you're placing going in the right direction, so that's good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wow, that's awesome. I had another question for you, and I can't remember now. That's what happens when you get older. I'm getting older.
No, dude, you're still young. It's okay.
What was I going to say? I can edit this.
Yes, of course.
Shit, I forgot. I had something else I wanted to ask you. Okay. Damn. All right. I guess I forgot. I'll have to cut that out. Well, Nick, I want to say thank you so much. Oh, no, I remember. Okay, so who taught you the basics, real quick? So did you work with any coach when you first started? Did you do things on your own? When you said that you became professionals, you had to, up your condition and stuff. So
yes.
Did you start working with people, or do you have anybody you're working with?
Yeah. So first off, I want to be, very, very thankful to, Ariel Alberto, Team Cuts. He's definitely been a very pivotal role in my career, but he was not my first coach. So my first coach was a local dietitian down in San Diego. I worked with her for my first show. She kind of got my feet wet, got me to understand nutrition, because I saw her out because she was actually a colleague of a professor, and she taught me the basics of nutrition, macronutrients, all that stuff. And so that was my first one, and then I moved over to Ryan Benson, Team Zero Gravity.
Yes.
Shout out to Ryan Benson.
Yes.
I turned pro with him.
Okay.
But then after my pro debut and everything, I sought, to learn more, and that's where me and Ariel connected. And so for the last 3 years now, I've been working with him, and he's been pivotal in my trajectory, in my career. Helped me elevate my physique, and I qualified with the Olympia with him. I got all my placements with him. And so, he's like a big older brother to me and a great mentor. So, shout out to Ariel Alberto Cuts.
Well, you look great. You're in great shape. So, kudos to this guy. I don't know who he is, but yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
very good. Okay, awesome. Nick, Dennis, thank you so much for coming in on a Saturday. I really appreciate 2 weeks out from your show. Best of luck. I think you're going to do great.
Thank you.
And I hope to get you back on JayTV in the future, maybe before the Olympia.
Maybe before the Olympia. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yep.